Hey guys, welcome back. As always, my name is Lazar, and do you like the Atomos? Chances are you do, because it's one of the more popular secondary weapons in the game, and it just got an Incarnon form. Unfortunately, the performance of the Incarnon version wasn't exactly up to snuff, especially if you compare it to other Incarnon weapons that we got so far. One of the reasons for that bad performance was the busted talent at Evolution 2. None of the options there function, but as of hotfix 33.0.13, that apparently is fixed, which means we should get a whole lot more performance out of the Atomos now, because you see, the most impactful talents are at level 2 and at level 4. So what are we gonna pick now? Obviously, we're going to be going with Paladin Virtue. Increases damage by 24, that is base damage with energy max over 700, critical multiplier increased by 1x, which is absolutely huge. Alternatively, you can go for Hoplite Virtue, also 24 damage, and on shield break increases damage by 30 for 8 seconds. This applies to your shield breaking. This will depend on the Warframe and your circumstance. My recommendation for more consistency, go for Paladin Virtue. How about a couple of corrupted heavy goons level 165? Now let's see if the Incarnon Atomos is actually worth going Incarnon form or not, because you know what? This weapon, once it gets a little bit going, it's extremely powerful even in its normal form. This is one of the reasons the Atomos was so popular. It's easy to use, you got a pretty large beam, it chains to additional targets, and it deals a truck and a half worth of damage. Now if I go Incarnon form, big bada boom explosions, and yes my friends, you can see the damage, you can feel it in gameplay. It is a whole lot more powerful thanks to the functionality of that level 2 incarnation. One thing though, tier T, you still haven't fixed the projectile. You can't see the projectile, and if you can't see the projectile, you can't really get a good feeling of how fast it travels and what kind of damage drop off, or better said, what kind of projectile drop off you have. But at this point, you know what? That's details. I'm simply happy for the fact that they fixed this weapon, because I know a whole lot of you fantastic people were a little bit disappointed in the Atomos. You shouldn't be. It's fully capable of the now you see them, now you don't, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, that's not the only good bit of information we got. Digital Extremes, in their infinite wisdom, decided to enable the Hata-Satya on the Incarnon Soma, which I cannot wait. Obviously, this was something that was supposed to work from the get-go, and outside of the awkward silence during the dev stream, there were no additional details. So my friends, Hata-Satya coming to the Incarnon Soma Prime. And one more thing, apparently this wasn't mentioned in the dev stream, but D. Pablo tweeted it on his, Twitter. We're gonna be able to uninstall Incarnon adapters from weapons. So that puts an end to the whole, hey, should I upgrade the Wraith, the Prime, and whatever else. You know what I didn't see, however? I didn't see a change in weapon variation priority for Teshin's Cave. Allow me to clarify. Let's say you got multiple versions of the Boltor, because you love it. You got the normal Boltor, you got the Boltor Prime, and you also got the Telos Boltor. And you decided, you know what, I'm gonna Incarnon the Telos. You're never gonna see it in Teshin's Cave, because right now that one simply prioritizes the Prime variant. It sees that one as being more powerful. And while it is more powerful only by a smidge, a lot of you might prefer the other one. Obviously, the smart choice would be to prioritize the weapon that has the Incarnon adapter in it, yes? And unfortunately, that is not the case so far. So I would definitely love to see a change like this in the future. As for the Incarnon Atomos, I'm happy to say it's a whole lot more powerful unbugged. Who would have thunk it? Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. If you got any feedback for me, I would love to read it in the comment section down below. Also in the comment section down below, if you want to suggest any particular type of content, like, hey, I would like to see this weapon build and that weapon build, and so on and so forth. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!